What's up, y'all? Trey, the Dawn of Entertainment, back with another Big Brother breakdown. This was a chaotic week, but I'm an engine of chaos. So I love that sort of thing when it comes to the Big Brother house. A lot to break down, a lot to get to. So let's hop right into it. So we left last week off with Jessica spilling the beans about the ultimate halting hex, which caused a lot of friction in the Big Brother house this past week. A lot of people were freaking out about it. Once Jessica did say that she had it during the live eviction from last week, and just a lot of speculation going on and a lot of drama that took place, which is always a fun thing in the Big Brother house. So last week, I guess this past week, Paul got the power. He put so knowing that Jessica basically threw a curveball and told everybody obviously that she has this halting hex, this temptation. So knowing that, Paul is kind of calling her bluff. He does not think that she has this temptation. So he goes ahead and basically puts Cody and Jessica up on the block, and they were all confused a little bit when he put them up and nothing happened. He and the whole house, I think, they were all kind of thinking that something was going to happen to block that right when he nominated them, but unfortunately that wasn't the case, and we go on. So Paul's the HOH. He puts up Jessica and Cody, tries to call their bluff. Now, I want to interject here. This, in my opinion, was a good move, a smart, strategic move, because you flush out this hex. Now, I mean, it's going to have to be used. You might as well get it out of the way. The downside, the con from that is basically the week means nothing because no one goes home if this hex is used. But I personally think it's a good move. You flush the hex out and you go back to a somewhat normal week. Sure, there's going to be more temptations, more twists. We have a double eviction coming soon. There's always a double eviction, so I'm sure that's going to be coming soon. But you flush it out. You know what you're working with moving forward, and I thought that was the best move he could have made. So then we also have this temptation comp, which is new, and I think it's technically the consequence from Jessica taking the halting hex. I believe so. And basically, how it works is the house guests can vote and decide whether they want to play in this competition or not. The winner of the competition gets safety for the week. The loser has to put themselves on the block as a third nominee. So a lot to weigh there, and more people than I thought actually played this competition. Mark, it was the spinny one where they have to keep their balance, and they have to like go and roll the bowling balls down. Very funny to see Jason do this. Mark got the W. He got safety, which kind of threw a kink into things, I think, because I think not Cody, excuse me, Paul. I think he was contemplating putting up Mark and Elena, but Mark gets safety, and Jason loses the competition. He was hilarious in this competition, spinning, super dizzy and throwing balls everywhere. It was comedy. So Jason had to go up on the block as a third nominee. So we have Jessica, we have Cody, and we have Jason. So pretty crazy stuff there. Then comes the POV. We have Paul. He wins again. It was the fun competition where it's the weather's coming down and they have to read off, and it's Big Brother Storm Cameron, Big Brother Storm Dominique, those, and they have to read. Super funny because what do you know? Cody again shows that he has no personality. At least Jason, he's not the greatest at competitions, but the dude is entertaining and he's fun, and he can have fun reading off the scroll, and it's just fun. Whereas Cody literally is like this, blah 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 blah, and just no personality on the dude. I don't appreciate that in the game of Big Brother. Sure, he's a comp beast, but that's half the battle. You have to be entertaining. You have to have a social game, and I've said it from the first breakdown that I've done. The dude is just a stone cold, just not a good player. Just not a fan of the guy. So Paul wins POV. He actually takes Jason down. Now, okay, so this whole thing went down with this big fight, and Jessica, Cody, and Paul all have a conversation. It blows up, and it becomes this huge fight, and Cody gets in Paul's face and says, first of all, Paul tells Jessica to lower her voice, lower your voice. And then Paul, of course, has to be the manly man and defend her honor and say, "What the fuck? You don't tell her to lower her voice. Go fuck yourself, Paul. Fuck you, Paul. Blah 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 blah." All he can, you know what? I think this might be a record for F-bombs dropped in a BB season. I see it every time. I feel like every episode it should be TVMA, but. The dude had nothing to say, no comebacks. Paul was actually the adult in the conversation. He was the one, he's like, Cody was like, "What are you going to do, Paul? What are you going to do?" And Paul goes, "Nothing, get out of the room." So Paul was actually the adult here, and he gets a lot of flack for, constantly reminding them that he's the vet and he knows how to play the game and listen to what I'm saying. But the dude does know what he's talking about, and it showed there because Cody's just in his face, blowing up, ready to fight the dude, and Paul just basically says, get out. He just wanted to have a strategic conversation with Jessica. So that blows up, and then Jessica gets all pissy because basically when Cody does that, it basically puts a target on her back as well, which she doesn't appreciate, which is very understandable. I mean, I'll give her this. She's a biddy, she's catty, she's a mean girl, but she has played a somewhat smart game. Now, she lets her emotions get to her, and she lets Cody get to her, and she chooses the boyfriend side of things rather than the strategic side of things, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But basically, she goes to Cody and basically says, "Is this what you're like on the outside in reality? Because I can't handle this. I won't be able to be with you." And basically, he says, "Yes, this is me." And they get in this big fight and all this, and she is actually contemplating not using this hex and allowing Cody to go home to better her game, which is honestly a good strategy. That would have helped her. That would have been her best case scenario. And Paul was rallying the votes once he heard of this. Jessica and Paul had a little conversation, and he said that would probably be best for your game. And he rallied the troops, and really this house is behind Paul. He can do no wrong. He is the vet, and everyone blindly trusts this dude, which I don't know if it's the smartest on their part. On Paul's part, it's a very, very good thing. He's playing puppeteer. He's playing Frank Underwood. He's doing a good job. So anyway, he rallies the troops, and he gets this house to basically flip the script and Jessica not to use the hex and for Cody to go home. Her only two stipulations were she cannot be put up on the block for the next 2 weeks, period, as a pawn, anything, and she wants Alex to go home. She wants the next HOH to get Alex on the way out, which, you know what? You're asking a lot, but you're also giving up a lot with this hex that you've so proclaimed to have, obviously. So Paul, he finger crosses and he says he would do it for her, and he gets the vote. And then all of a sudden, what happens on eviction night? You flip the script. Big Brother does it to us every fucking week. They make you think one thing is going to happen, and then the next thing happens. So eviction night comes, and they're all lovey-dovey, and basically they've made up, and they decide she is going to use the hex to save them. And there was this big blow up fight where Paul is like, oh, he kind of got a hunch that she was going to use the hex to save them. And he's like, all right, let's play Big Brother. He gets Josh, the meatball, to bang his pans and play the mental game and just be stupid. Now, here I have to say one thing. Josh is funny, and he would be funnier if he was a good shit talker. But the dude isn't. He bangs his pots, his pans, and he says, "You're bland, bro. You're bland. You have no personality, bro. You got nothing. You're stupid. You suck." But if he actually gunned and jabbed at some people, it would be funny. But the dude doesn't know how to talk smack. He just throws out these stupid, disses, and he goes in circles with himself, and it's just kind of dumb. Big blow up. Raven even got into it. And she's, flipping him off and, cussing. And new side of Raven this week. Just a lot of drama in the house. It did not look good from an outside. If you're a casual fan, that's not what Big Brother's really about. It got a little crazy there. Everyone ganged up on those two. Not going to say they didn't deserve it. Cody and Jessica, they put a big target on their backs. And it is what it is. So it comes down to eviction night. Obviously, Jessica uses the halting hex, and no one goes home. And it was a crazy, crazy week, man. Basically, like I said, Jess, she is playing a strategic game. She is thinking the right things, but she is choosing the boyfriend over the 500,000. And when it comes down to it, to win this game, you can't have any blinders. You have to have blinders, excuse me. And you just got to keep your eye on the prize. And you can have a showmance, but in the back of your mind, you have to be thinking, I need to do this and this and this to ultimately win. And she's not doing that right now. She's thinking of, getting in the sack with Cody and starting a life with him. The stone cold dickhead with no personality. Those babies will be, maybe good looking, but no personality. Have fun with that one. So who knows? We got a new HOH this week as well, and you're not gonna believe who it is. That's right, Josh wins HOH. Who the hell knows what he is going to do? More than likely, he's going to put up Jessica and Cody again because he's going to have Paul in his ear. Basically, Paul is HOH this week. Everybody, like I said, blindly trusts Paul, and Josh is another one of them. So I will not be surprised if Jessica and Cody are up again on the block. But go ahead and comment and vote and say who you think he's going to put up. And we're in for another treat next week. I'm sure drama-filled. Again, Josh is HOH. We will have the Temptation Challenge and the nominations this upcoming Sunday. And we will have another breakdown for you next Thursday. I am Trey of the Dawn of Entertainment, and this is Big Brother Breakdown. Thanks for watching. We out ya. Peace.